So apparently, a Wells Fargo employee was found dead at her desk 4 days after clocking in. So evidently, 60-year-old Denise Prudhomme entered her Wells Fargo office building located in Tempe, Arizona at 7 a.m. on August 16th. So this is the Friday. And it looks like this Wells Fargo is not the branch. It is an office building. So she went to some sort of a corporate headquarters or corporate location. And it says on August 20th, now this is a full 4 days later, building security calls officials regarding a subject down. Speaking anonymously, an employee said a colleague, while walking around the building, found Prudhomme dead in her cubicle. And upon arrival of the scene, officers pronounced her dead at 4:55. So she was probably dead for several days. It says that Prudhomme's cubicle was located on the third floor and away from the main aisle. So she was apparently tucked away somewhere off the beaten path in this office building. I can't imagine how big this office building is. But it says the employee who spoke to the news added that multiple people started complaining of a foul odor, but assumed that it was due to plumbing issues. So literally, nobody realizes that this woman is sitting by herself on the third floor, tucked away from everybody else, decomposing for 4 full days. Another employee says, it's really heartbreaking. And I'm thinking, what if I was just sitting there? Nobody would check on me? And the employee went on to add, to hear that she's been sitting at a desk like that would make me feel sick, and nobody did anything. That's how she spent her final month. Can you imagine spending your final moments in an office building and dying at your desk? That's your last few moments on earth, is filling out a TPS report that literally nobody took notice of, and apparently nobody cared. This woman was completely forgotten. And I'm thinking to myself, like, where's the boss? Is anybody ever checking in on just even see what work she's producing, or does she have to show up to any meetings? Literally nobody realized that this woman wasn't even there for 4 full days. There was no, we haven't seen Denise in a few days. She hasn't shown up to the meeting. She hasn't sent in her reporting at the end of the day. We're wondering what's going on with her. Or imagine being so invisible in your workplace that nobody even stops by to say hi, to see how you're doing, to grab a cup of coffee, to invite you to lunch, or any of those things. Then a Wells Fargo spokesman says, we are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of our colleague at the Tempe office. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and loved ones during this difficult time, and they have counselors available. And they basically said, we're fully cooperating with the police department, and we'll be directing all further questions to them. So it doesn't look like there's any foul play, and she probably had a health event at her desk. And again, it's really sad to think that not only your last moments on this planet are at a cubicle, and nobody cares that you're at the cubicle because nobody even takes notice. So I'm thinking to myself, what kind of corporate culture is this where they don't even notice the woman not showing up to work, nobody's communicating with her on any meaningful level, and basically she's forgotten? And it's particularly ironic because companies like Wells Fargo, the finance industry in particular, has been very adamant about forcing people back into the office so that they could experience the corporate office culture. This collaboration that's supposed to happen. Clearly, nobody's collaborating with her. She's literally rotting away on the third floor by herself in a cube. And I can't imagine, is there like nobody walking by there? What about a janitor at the end of the night cleaning the building or taking out the trash or anything? Did nobody notice this woman for, it looks like an entire weekend. So she went in on Monday or a Friday, then she's got 4 full days. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So probably close of business Monday, somebody finally noticed her. And it's really so disappointing and sad how broken the workplace is that this poor woman was completely forgotten in this manner. There really needs to be some boss held accountable for, how did you not know that your person was in the building, never left the building, and was literally expired up on the third floor? And I can't help but think that the work that she was producing couldn't have been all that valuable to them if they didn't even realize that she wasn't there. So the moral that I'm taking away from the stories is, if you're working in a place that you're feeling very underappreciated, go find a place that will value you. Go find a place that's going to notice when you're in the building and when you're producing the work. That's the minimum that you should expect from a job. Furthermore, place your health and your wellness above all else. Take the damn sick day. Take that vacation that you're feeling guilty about and that you've been putting off. Because the reality is, you never know when your last day is going to be, and hopefully it's not sitting in a cubicle somewhere. And unfortunately, something tells me that they've already got the job posted and they'll probably have her replaced within the week. So this is a particularly disappointing story, and I can't say that I'm all that surprised. Everybody dropped the ball here, and Denise deserved better than this. So my thoughts and my prayers go out to the family, and I hope that they can find some closure in this one. Anyway, just wanted to share the story, and keep in mind, you're just a cog in a wheel, a number on a spreadsheet, and people will not even notice you if you expire at work in a lot of cases. So reclaim control, start to act like the CEO of your career, because clearly nobody else is looking out for you. And if you need more help with that, of course, check out my website, alifeafterlayoff.com. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.